I don't care if you're talking to a purple hair feminist or a guy that could bench press 400 pounds. Everyone's saying the same thing, that our young men in this country, they're not doing well. So we want to help you to pave a way forward. We're going where Nehemiah took the people of Israel. They didn't rebuild Jerusalem in a night, but they were able to rebuild a wall. Together, we're going to fight with God against the sin in our own heart, the sin in this world, and we're going to be the men He made us to be. So let's do it.
Gosh, it's so refreshing to hear a pastor talk like that. Joining me now, Michael Foster, pastor of East River Church and co-author of It's Good to Be a Man. Michael, pastor, why this? Why not focus on turning the other cheek and all that other stuff? Why this?
Because as the men go, so goes society, right? Men are God designed them to be leaders. And if we're not taking care of our men, and we haven't been taking care of our men, we've allowed them to be ravaged by Adderall, ravaged by feminists, ravaged by a school system that's not designed for them. And so you got a lot of discouraged men, and you can't build a courageous culture with discouraged men.
Pastor, that's one of the things that has hit me so hard, especially since I started doing this media thing 4 or 5 years ago, was how many men are just discouraged, down, out, flat out, have given up, bitter, everything sucks, my life sucks, my wife sucks, everything sucks, the country sucks, just down and out men. And honestly, it's one of the things that bums me out a lot. We have a lot of very, very sad men in this country.
Absolutely. I mean, they call that being black-pilled, and it's not without cause. There are a lot of things to be upset about. And what I think has happened is there's kind of been a generational loss of what once was common sense. It's like a kind of tsunami is the way I think about it. A tsunami wave comes in, it destroys things, and then it goes back out. The wave washes things out to sea. So a lot of things that used to be common knowledge, to look someone in their eye, shake hands, how to talk to women, how to carry yourself, how to get things done, they disappeared. But the older kind of boomerish generation, sometimes they don't realize that young people grew up without what they took for granted. And so a lot of times you'll have these pastors screaming at men to man up. But if you don't know how to be a man, telling someone to man up doesn't matter, right? And sometimes if you do know what it means to be a man, yeah, step up and do it. But we really have to start re-educating people on these things. And some of them seem real basic to some folks, but they're important, you know? And I have people that are scared to make phone calls, talk to people on the phone. It's because they grew up mediated by screens. They grew up inundated with fake relationships on social media. And so actually knowing how to carry themselves in human relationships is hard. And so they need men willing to teach them basic things. And that's why guys like Jordan Peterson kind of became like a father figure to a lot of these guys, or an uncle they look up to. And the church is failing. The church is not speaking to this issue, and we should.
You want to watch our special on George Washington? It's freaking awesome. Well, you can. All you have to do is become a First TV supporter. That gives you access to all of our specials on demand, and it's cake. All you have to go to is thefirsttv.com/support. Thefirsttv.com/support. Become a supporter. Enjoy learning about George Washington.